Hey there folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business, and I'm super excited that you showed up today because we are going to take another look at employee security rights. And this time we are going to get a little deeper into the privileges which each employee group receives. Before we jump on that, I'm going to have you click on the link in the description down below to get over to our QuickBooks Point of Sale Facebook group where you can get more intimate help with your questions, problems, training, whatever you want. I'll be over there with other QuickBooks Point of Sale users ready to answer your questions, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you're on YouTube today, go ahead and hit subscribe so you get all the latest, greatest QuickBooks Point of Sale videos coming at you all the time. Okay, let's jump into this. I'm going to head back up to the Employees menu and head into Security, and I'm just going to talk for a moment about some of the different groups here. You will notice that the owner on the left-hand side pretty much has every single right. They can do mainly anything in the whole point of sale they want to do. Then you've got manager, and next you have assistant manager and associate. So associate is like the lowliest, bottom security user. Really, they might as well be the janitor or something like that. So when somebody is the associate, they will oftentimes, they will not be able to be at the store by themselves, I would say, because they'll be doing things in the point of sale, and oftentimes they'll have to call over the assistant manager or the manager to allow them to do certain things, because they'll run into gray areas and roadblocks all the time when they're trying to do whatever. I'm going to let you know some of the things that, well, I guess with associate, there's so few things they can do, so I'm really just going to point out what they can do instead of going through what they can't do. Some of these other groups I'm going to mention what they can't do. But the associate can exit QuickBooks desktop point of sale. They can leave. They can back the company up, strangely enough. They can log in from an integrated application, and that pretty much just means that they can allow point of sale to communicate with QuickBooks accounting. Doesn't mean they see QuickBooks accounting. It normally happens in the background. That's a question I get from time to time, like, oh, if I let my employee, update QuickBooks, then aren't they going to see all my financial data? No, they can't even see QuickBooks. Delete the shortcut off the desktop, and they won't even know where it is. They can modify some report options. They can, modify report options. They can actually only see level 4 reports, which are like the least informative reports. There's 4 levels of reports. Later on, we'll go through what those different reports are at what level. Now they can view the amount of a drawer count mismatch, because they may be, actually this is kind of confusing. They can view the amount of the drawer count mismatch, but they can't run end of day procedures. So that's a little bit confusing. Not sure why they'd see one and not the other. Let's see. Next, they can apply global discounts. That's very interesting. So a global discount is something that happens on a receipt to discount the entire receipt. So they can do that. I'm not sure if they can do single item manual discounts, so we'll find out here. They can change price level, which just means that when they add a customer to a receipt, they can change which price level that customer is getting. That doesn't mean they can change prices. They can just change the price level that a certain customer receives. Then they can edit the shipping amount. They can they cannot do this. They cannot override accept checks setting. All right, they can edit or discount a selling price. They can apply coupons. So it looks like they can edit the selling price. You may or may not want them to be able to do that. That pretty much means they can assign whatever price they want to it. They can do returns, exchanges. Edit the receipt date, hold receipts, access the sales history. Pretty normal stuff. Most of the associate stuff is geared towards being a cashier. They can access the physical inventory, which means they can help you with updating physical inventory. They can print tags. Let's head on down here. Now, the bottom of this list, they really don't get to do much right here in the middle. Down here, they can add customers, edit customers, view customer accounts, a lot of more stuff that's to do with doing sales and layaways, and customer orders, work orders, apply coupons. Yep. So just mainly geared towards being able to do the stuff that they need to do to sell receipts. Now, assistant manager still does not have some access to some of the settings for setting up the point of sale, managing the license, company data. They miss out on customizing the interface and accessing employee information and editing employees. That's only for managers and owners. Let's see here. Customizing dashboards. So once again, they don't get the most high-level reports, level 1 and 2. They get level 3 and 4 on reports. Whoops, I skipped way down there. They don't get to edit items, edit prices, edit costs, edit quantities, so not a lot of inventory stuff on the assistant manager. And you'll just notice that the manager mainly has almost all of these rights except for some miscellaneous ones. Continuing to head down, large sections missing for adjusting different memos, cost and quantity adjustment memos. The assistant manager doesn't get that, but they do get a lot of stuff for sales, obviously, layaway, refunding, deposits, deleting work orders, time clock history. They do not get to mess with employees' records and employee time clock records. That is reserved for manager and owner. And then they do or are able to send and receive store exchange files if you're on multi-store. And that's about it. Like I said, manager and owner are going to almost get every right. Manager only doesn't have access to a few. Printing the item list, that's kind of a strange one not to get. Exporting the item list, maybe they're going to export the item list and go start their own store, and we're scared of that. Running all reports, apparently they don't get every single report. They don't get the highest level reports, but they almost get all of them. Manager does not get to create company or rename the company or convert data from a previous version. So that would probably be a sysadmin or owner type of task. So there you go. Manager almost has everything. The ones they don't have, I don't feel like it really matters that much. Like, I hardly ever see people do those things. But this has been a quick overview of the default user security groups in QuickBooks Point of Sale. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add or remove different rights from people. And the correct way to do that is not just willy-nilly clicking on check marks and going through and doing that. I'm going to show you the appropriate, correct, and guided way to do that. So tune into the next video for adding, editing, removing rights to your employee security groups. If this was great, go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you have a question or comment, leave that. Otherwise, my name is Peter with BlackRock Business. I hope you have an excellent day. Bye-bye.